What's up, Jim? So today is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to y'all. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this, so don't be getting mad and stuff. Don't be in your feelings. No, I'm just playing. I love y'all. I hope y'all having a blessed Sunday. I was actually sitting down to pretty much do another look with my Pat McGrath palette, and then I was just like, you know what, I can film a makeup video even though I didn't really have any energy. So if my energy feel like it's kind of off, that's why, because I'm truly tired. If y'all know what it is to be tired and have multiple jobs and just be busy all the time, be a full-time mom, all that good stuff, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you don't, then hit subscribe so you can find all out about my life, okay? No. So in the midst of that, I have like all my beauty stuff on my counter, and I was just like, damn, maybe I should just show them like some of my things I've been picking up lately, things I've been gravitating to, you know, just whatever. So before I go into the makeup part of it, I'm gonna start here. So number one, like my most fave right now setting powder would be this one by Maybelline. As you can see, I have completely used it. It's always out. Even when I try to get it off of the Maybelline website, I don't shop at Walgreens and Target, so I'm gonna just keep trying Walmart. But I like this one simply because like when you put it on, you don't get like a white cast or anything. It truly is, and it is really good. I actually like this one better than my Laura Mercier, just being for real. With that being said, because I was out and I couldn't find it, I never really shop with hard candy. Oh wait, real quick, don't be judging because of my face. This is my natural beauty. I have embraced it as always. And like I said, I'm tired. So if I'm about to do a makeup look, why the freak do I need to have makeup on just to talk to y'all about shit that I've been picking up? Alright, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so I picked up this. It's by Hard Candy, and this is supposed to be a sheer envy translucent loose powder. It's supposed to be weightless, translucent, suitable for all skin types and tones, and creates a soft matte finish. Extended makeup wear, mattifies your skin, and optimizes light reflection all at once. Now, as y'all can see, it's already open. It does do the things that it says, but I don't think it's for all skin tones. I lightly applied this, and I do get like flashback in my pictures, and I can even see like a white cast on my face for it to be a translucent powder. But I love the way that it smooths and mattifies my face. I really do. And another thing, y'all, I know like right now, like the in trend is everybody want their face to look matte. They want their face to look matte. But matte foundation, matte concealers, matte things are not for everybody. If you already have dry skin, I wouldn't suggest doing stuff that's that. I have normal combination skin kinda, and that's the reason I really don't bake under my eyes a lot. I'll put it on just to set it and I dust it off because I'll get dry right there. So when I add that mattifying stuff to it, that just, you know, it's not my cup of tea. Personally, I think that might work better for maybe lighter skin tones, but for my chocolateness, it just me and it wasn't feeling. So of course, as always, I'm picking up lashes. I'm picking up lashes. I'm picking up lashes. I really need to just make my own damn lashes. But I picked up these by Kiss. I really thought they were beautiful, so I wanted to get them. They're full bouncy volume and curled, next generation wispy. I do like the lash. It was like a really deep curl, so I'm gonna have to loosen out that curl some. And they were a bit, I don't know, they were just, I don't know, I don't want to say they were full and that's why I didn't like them, but they were just long and curly and full, and that's what I didn't like. I didn't like all three of those like together, but I will still rock these. I'll still wear these because they look absolutely stunning on my eyes. That's an over-the-counter lash that you can pick up. Another over-the-counter lash, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna try these. As you can see, I've already worn these. These are also by Kiss. This is their Lash Couture Faux Mink collection, and this one is called Boudoir. Right, that's what this one is. I absolutely loved these. They were like the perfect length, the perfect volume. I wore these to the wedding on yesterday that I attended and did hair and makeup for, and bomb. These I have not worn yet. I really used to not like the whole Allure line because of how thick the band was, and y'all know I was just like, I didn't like it because the band wouldn't bend and whatever, but they have changed something about it, because I have tried them again, and even the ones that I typically wear, they have changed something about it. But with that change, the band is more workable, but now I feel like the lashes are easier to, I guess, you know, get messed up. So, but I can't wait to actually try these. So y'all can get these like at Walmart and stuff too. And these are, I would consider a more dramatic lash for me. I like, if I were to wear a dramatic lash, this is how they're going to look, like a, you know, a flare, a 3D effect. That's kind of what I like. Typically I wear the Tees by Lily Lashes, or I wear is it Mykonos? I think it's Mykonos. I wear those, right? I did, however, want to try the Miami Lash. Even though I felt like it was overrated, I just saw some in Sephora, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pick them up. Oh shit. Ugh. I was like, I'm gonna pick them up, and I've already kind of trimmed them to my eyes, but I liked them. So y'all be seeing those in like videos and on my Instagram, on my Snapchat. You can go on my Snapchat right now and you'll actually see those lashes from where I just did them like yesterday. If you're not following me, y'all know all the goods are in my description box in my about to section, so stop trying it. All right, right now highlighters that like, it's only 3, really is 4. Okay, let me start with this palette then, because this palette, the Saharan Blush Volume 1, as you can see, I pick it up. I like the packaging, but the palette does get dirty. This kind of reminds me of my Modern Renaissance palette, how it's velvet and it just collects dust, so I typically try to keep it in the box, and even with it being in the box, it always gets dirty. That's what this one does. But anyway, this is like the blush and highlighter palette that I typically just go to and I use. As you can see, each of these colors are absolutely gorgeous, and I do gravitate more to the Zara highlight than this one, because this one is more bronzy. This one is more like gold. I will do a gold highlight, but I really like a bronze highlighter, so I have to include that to show y'all the highlighters I'm about to. With that being said, because I do still use my Sun Dipped by Anastasia Beverly Hills for highlighter and everything, but now that I've gotten the Juvia's Place, I think that one has kind of replaced that palette for me. So of course I'm still using my Trophy Wife. I love this, especially if I'm going somewhere like at night or whatever. This is my one that I will go to. If I just want a golden sheer look, I'll pop that on my lids. I'll pop it right here, and you know, sometimes right above my Cupid's bow. But my two most fave are by Maybelline, Master Chrome Basic Studio. I got Molten Gold, and I have the Prismatic. And I would say out of these two, this is my favorite. I did swatch the Rose Gold. I wasn't really a fan. It was a little ashy. More ashy than what I expected it to be, especially on my skin, so I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I didn't gravitate towards it. This one, even though everybody rants and raves about it, I feel like you kind of almost have to make the powder loose a little bit to really get it to show up for me the way I like it to show up. But this one here is just absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I find myself gravitating towards this one for more of like my day-to-day looks, you know, just anything like that. This one I gravitate towards like I'm going on dates with my hubby, for picture purposes, things like that. So that's kind of how I'm wearing them. These I do like pictures, dates, stuff. These are kind of, this one is like kind of like almost everyday, which you would think it would be. This one is everyday, but this is the one, I'm just gonna be truthful, that I gravitate towards for my everyday. And these are my all out like night or golden goddess looks. Can y'all stop her from barking?
She's only barking because she wants rotten food.
Alright, next up, like my favorite liquid eyeliner right now. If y'all sleeping on e.l.f., then I don't know what to tell you, because I use this one. I think it's, yeah, it's jet black. I use this one by e.l.f. I really, to me, it's hard to find over-the-counter liners that really pack that punch like I want, and that are really like clean. The applicator on this one is thin enough to where I can use it. It's not too runny or anything like that. So, you know, I really do. This is like my fave, and it's like $2. So I consistently like keep picking this one up, keep picking this one up, keep picking this one up, and I'm gonna keep picking this one up on the asses. All right, next up, these by Black Radiance, right? So they have a whole liquid lipstick matte line. They're like $3 and some change. They're actually under $3.50. They may be like $3.40 something. But I picked up these two colors. I absolutely must have to tell y'all, I love these on my lips. I love the way they dry down. I love the way they don't move. I love the way that it's not really patchy. This one gets a little see-through, a little patchy, but a couple of coats or letting it dry down and just tapping it in the places where it was a little patchy, or even applying some type of base before you put it on. It could be a red base, an orange base, anything, you know, like a nude base, just something to put it down, to give it something to stick to. I would definitely say go out and find this line. This is the Perfect Tone Matte Lip Cream, and that's what it's called. I actually have 5403 and 5412. Those are the two shades that I picked up. I don't know how many shades they have, but those are the shades I picked up. Alright, I was very surprised because I love, as y'all can see, I love my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Maybelline just did a concealer, right? And I didn't have this one with me when I was in store, so I had to kind of look. I really wish like these makeup brands, these huge makeup brands like CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, like all these over-the-counter brands, I really wish that they would open a standstill location. You can still have your stuff with like grocery stores or, you know, stores or whatever. But I really wish they would open up like a general location where people could go in, like how you go into a Mac store or a Sephora store or whatever. This way you can truly get matched up. You can truly learn specifically about that product. And with all the money that they generate and that they have, I simply still, for the life of me, don't understand why they don't have standalone Maybelline stores, CoverGirl stores, Black Radiance stores, e.l.f. stores. Like, why? Why not? Why? But this, I would 9 out of 10. I would compare it to the NARS. Only reason I say 9 out of 10 because this one is a little bit more runny. This one is thicker, it's creamier. This one gets to be a tad bit runny, but as far as the applicators are pretty much identical. And I really feel like this one is more runny because it doesn't really have a stopper in it. Like this one has a stopper and it like, it's gonna wring it out for you. This one kind of doesn't. or if it does, it's not as good of a stopper. But I would definitely compare them. Even with the applications being on, you still pretty, like, I'd say it's damn near full coverage. So yeah, don't sleep on that. And that one it comes in the little pack just like this. I just picked up tan because I wanted to use it for highlight. So I like it. I have actually been using it. Now, this wouldn't be my shade as far as to really do a lot of my face and conceal my face. This is just for me to do like a little highlight under my eyes from time to time when I want to be a tad bit extra. The NARS, however, is just like a shade or two lighter than my skin complexion. So this one I can use if I needed to conceal bumps or whatever. But typically that doesn't matter because I always gravitate to this black opal right here. And this one gives me total coverage. I originally got it to cover like tattoos and things like that. But I actually like it a lot. I use it under my brows when I do my brows, just to kind of really look like I don't have anything there, but clean up my brows. Like, I just like it a lot. Alright, my absolute favorite, and I mean, I do MAC, I do Urban Decay, I do some of everything, but I have two favorite lipsticks right now. One is a green by Maybelline. I'd have to go dig and find it, but my other is this matte ink lip stay, Super Stay by Maybelline. This one is 20 in Pioneer. This is my absolutely favorite. This thing gives me a perfect red lip every single time. I can eat, I can drink, I can kiss. Whatever it is I want to do with my lips, and my lipstick ain't going nowhere. I also went back in and I picked up some more NYX. Now this was my first time being able to pick up the white NYX concealer, or it's not really concealer, it's like an eyeshadow base, and I just wanted this for like my yellow in my Juvia's palette. It doesn't matter how much I pick up, it just oxidizes. The yellow oxidizes on my skin tone and it doesn't really pop even with the concealer, even if I don't set my concealer, even if I set my concealer. So I wanted something to help it show up more, and that's why I got this one. And then I just picked up some more of my regular one, eyeshadow base in number 3, just because I was pretty much out and it was expired. Okay, what haven't I told y'all about? Oh, my absolute favorite foundation right now is the Bare Minerals Pro. I am shade 27, which is Cappuccino. This is my absolute fave. I also picked up some makeup cleaner from e.l.f., but y'all know you can make your own with some alcohol. It was just on sale and I picked it up and I like it. I like it a lot. Especially when I'm doing a makeup look, I can just go in between that makeup look and clean my brushes while I'm going, and they're not really damp. I picked up some Swiss Burrs, charcoal Q-tips. This is just good for like when I had to go on set yesterday for the wedding, just to clean up little things for brides or even for yourself, or just good to have. Don't be cleaning your ears with these. Get the regular Q-tips, but these are really good for anything makeup or even hair based, like if you had to clean around for a lace front or something else like that. I picked up another Sigma strobing fan, F42. I love it. Of course, it suggests that you wash before. You can use it with dry or liquid when applying whatever. And of course, y'all know with your fan brush, you can do it that way or you can strobe it. Either way. So that was like a must. Now, I've already taken them out the pack. I picked up because I wanted to try them. Maybelline also has a sponge. I don't really like the way the sponge is cut with the really flat side and the other side, so I didn't get it because I had already got it with the e.l.f. sponge, and this is the dual, oh no. This is the highlighting and blending sponge, as you can see, and this one is supposed to have the dual-ended sculpting sponge, and it provides highlighting on one side and blending is supposed to be on this side. And the angle side of the sponge applies your product supposedly flawlessly for an illuminating effect. The soft flock side helps to soften and blend the product to create a beautiful diffused glow, and can be used with powders, liquids, and cream formulas. Me personally, I don't like the density of the sponge. I know a lot of times you do want a thicker sponge because it just really, you know, it is supposed to blend better, but I typically like a softer sponge. So I tell everybody, like, if you ever get a sponge and it's too thick or you don't like it, boil it for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then let it sit like 2 to 3 minutes after that, and take it out, and the sponge will be a little softer and more pliable for you to work with. That's just a tip. I did, however, pick up some of these. These are also by Swispies. I thought I wasn't gonna like these because they were super hard, but I boiled them as well. And I typically use these really like going in for like my highlighter, which I still use my beauty blender, but these are smaller than my beauty blender, so they really get in there. And I didn't want to go pay beauty blender prices for like a smaller one, so I tried this, crossing my fingers that it was gonna work, and they did. So I like them, period. If you want to go try the Swispies, now I haven't tried the bigger one, but these babies here, boing, I like them. Surprisingly, I picked up the Elf beauty, like their beauty blender, their beauty sponge, blending sponge, just a beauty sponge, and I like this better than the beauty blender. So I will not be purchasing the beauty blender again because I like this better. But the difference between this one and the beauty blender, this one is bigger, so when it's wet it's really large, and you know, you really have to squeeze it in to really kind of like work it and stuff, versus the beauty blender, it's a tad smaller, so it's easier to just kind of get in every angle of your face. But this one blends just as good, if not better, as the beauty blender. So Elf, you got me, I'm sold. I also wanted to try, and I know like everybody tried them a long time ago, but I was like, I'm gonna get me a silicone one. This one is also by Elf. This one says perfect placement, dual-sided silicone blender. I'm not about to read everything that's on there. Let me just give you the tea. The tea is you put like half the amount you would normally put. So normally I'll use 1 pump. I went ahead and did 1 pump just to see, and I literally had too much on here. The silicone will spread this so evenly over your face. I had like an airbrushed look with this blender, and then you take this part and you blend it. Now this part didn't really blend the way I wanted to, but maybe that's just because anytime I put on foundation, I apply with my hands first, then I come back, I do my beauty blender sponge or some type of sponge. After I do the sponge, I take my big brush and I buff. So I really like to blend my foundation so that it looks seamless and airbrushed as possible. But I love this. This was, I think, like $6 or so. I got it on sale for like $2-3. So I would definitely say just go pick it up. It's cheap enough. It's under 10 bucks. Pick it up, see if you like it. This will save you so much on foundation product, I'm telling you, because the sponge typically soaks everything up. So go try it. What else? I think, oh, okay. The palette I use the absolute most would be the Zulu palette, and I think it's because it has like these like this orange. I can even use that as a transition. This is a transition. The purple is not as vibrant. I mean, it can be, but this purple I usually put in my crease a lot. The colors in the palette that I do not use the most would be this one, and this one. These three right here, it's almost like I never use those. Everything else, the 3 at the bottom, the 3 at the top, I use. So this is my palette that I use on a day-to-day when I go to do makeup looks or whatever. This is my palette, other than like my Maybelline nudes or some of my MAC eyeshadows, or even my Urban Decay palette. The Heat palette, I'll pick that one up, but that one's super warm. So that's not really like my everyday go-to. I use these. I know so many people talk about the other wipes. I'm not gonna say the name, but I really think like the Equate wipes are really good. They say to compare to the Pond's original fresh wet cleansing towelettes. These are the ones that I consistently pick up because you can get 2 packs for like $5 and they come in a bundle, and I like them. They really do the job. So down to the last thing that I'm going to be doing for my makeup. I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and split this video because I didn't realize I was going to talk that damn much. I'm going to do a makeup look with this gorgeous palette you see right here before me. This is I just used this for like a wedding. And this will probably be my wedding palette for this season. But this is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Sublime Brown's Ambition Eye Palette. It's $55. Let me go and say that again. It's $55. But I'm gonna show you why it's worth the investment. Not just because of the packaging. So when you open it, it does have like a magnetic here, and that just gives you more security other than just this. So that helps when keeping your palettes from, you know, breaking or anything like that. This mirror, y'all, I never use, and I have tons of mirrors, I never use the mirror on a palette. And you see so many beauty gurus are like, oh no, this mirror is bomb, this mirror. No, this is the first time I've ever had a palette where I can actually use the mirror. This mirror is a mirror that you can use no matter the lighting setting that you're in. I typically like to keep my plastic on everything, y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove it for you so y'all can see these shades. So you get all shimmer shades in one matte shade. This is your matte. Everything else is shimmer. Your shades, let's go. Let me see, which way does it go? Okay. Starting here, you have Guilt Trip, Bronze Struck, Copperized, maybe I'm going the wrong way, Gold Rush, Throwing Shade, and Illicit, right? Let me see if I told y'all that right. Yeah, so that's the order they go in. And when I tell you, y'all, it's like $9-10. $9-10 eye container, because it's like a $55 palette. But they are super buttery. They not only swatch pretty, but they are applied very beautifully. And if you really want to get the pigment, you can just use some Studio Fix or some setting spray or even some plain old good old fashioned H2O, and your pigment is going to pop even more. So I would definitely say it's worth the investment. The other palettes, because I think this palette like just came out or was just released. The other two haven't been released, but I'm gonna just be honest. When I was looking on her website and on her Instagram page, I didn't really gravitate towards the other two palettes. One of them I did because it was like a purple looking. It's in the same family. It's like a purple looking. I can't think of the name of it. Purple looking palette, should I say? And it has like a few colors in there that I absolutely just want, but the rest of the colors don't really grab me enough for me to pay another $55. Okay, so that's everything that like I've been pretty much grabbing as far as makeup wise goes. As hair goes, I stay consistently grabbing like my Organ Oil by One and Only, my Paul Mitchell Awafiji line. I will also grab I can't think of the name of it right now. I have to tell y'all. Oh, my Joico hydrating line. I'll gravitate towards those. So those are my products that I'm like, as far as hair, that I keep in my salon, that I use on clients, that I use on my kids. That's it. So anyways, y'all let me know down below, do you have any of these products? Are you using any of these products? Are you not an over-the-counter girl? Are you a high-end girl? Are you kind of like a mixture like I am? Do a little low glam with a bunch of high glam and vice versa? Let me know and tell me what is your favorite go-to product right now, because I want to go out and cop it for myself. Y'all tell me so I can cop it for myself, okay? If it's something I don't already have. Bye.